Hello, and welcome back to the next part of White Album 2 Stories Beneath the Stage. So in the last episode, they performed at the introductory chapter's school festival, the big one. Haruki and Setsuna ran off through the crowds, Haruki being her knight in shining armor alongside of Io. And Kazusa got left behind, and she's actually being praised by a lot of the underclassmen who really look up to her. And she's pretty shocked by what's kind of going on and happening because she wasn't expecting that. So let's go ahead and continue there. We are on chapter 5. And so an adult love began. Metal door clangs. Kazusa runs, then stops, out of breath. What am I doing? What the hell am I doing? That's sort of something that I never should have. Chiaki approaches, then spots her. Oh, you're... Who are you? Huh? Oh, I'm on the executive committee. I came here to lock up. Oh, right. I guess that's what time it is. So what's going on, Kazusa Toma-san from Class 3E? You know me? Sure do. You were the leading player in today's show, after all. Well done, Light Music Club. But Ogisa was the leading player. So this is such a cool point, which we don't get to see in the original introductory chapter. You have to play through Chiaki normal, and then you go back through the introductory chapter and you do unlock part of this scene. It's not like one for one exactly what had happened. This is a little bit extra dialogue than was shown. But it's really, really cool because we get to see that Chiaki had interacted with the trio before closing chapter, before she got together and decided to be friends with Haruki. So it's really cool to kind of see this after knowing Chiaki's route. Nope. I'm telling you, all of you on that stage stood out. Your teamwork was great. Really? Yep. I've been watching school festival performances since I was a first year, and I've never seen an audience get so excited. So, why did you come back? In the same outfit you were wearing before, for the matter. Toma-san? I was in the music room just now, but something came up, and I couldn't stay there. Something? Yeah, that something is that she kissed Haruki. Something that couldn't be resolved. I couldn't stop it, and there was no taking it back. Huh. And then, before I knew it, my feet had brought me back here. Sorry, I'll get out now. Nah, you can stay a bit longer if you want. But Chiaki, I want to say she's so chill. We know that she's not. But I want to believe that she is. If you just found yourself here, that must mean some memory of the show is pulling you back. That couldn't. Your heart's been floating ever since you got down off that stage, and something about it still doesn't feel real. Am I wrong? Well, yeah. It definitely doesn't feel real. You really seem to understand. It's because I've seen any number of people experiencing the same thing. Yeah. But listen, Toma-san, you really did stand up there and perform. Everybody was captivated by the three of you. You got a huge round of applause. That really happened here. It was truly amazing. It wasn't that amazing. Come on, don't say that. What I mean is, the goal I had long ago wasn't to stand on a tiny stage in a gymnasium with terrible acoustics like this. Yeah, that's pretty fair. But at the same time, no matter how famous you are, no matter, you're a kid. You're literally a kid right now. You're in high school. Yes, you may have big ambitions, but that doesn't mean you have to, not have fun. Right? You don't have to forego these fun, youthful experiences. And that's what Kazusa needs to realize. But then again, it's been driven into her by her mom. They're like, oh, you need to be amazing all the time or I won't love you, which is awful. Oh, now that you mention it, your mother is Yoko Toma, right? Consider yourself lucky. If I were my usual self right now, I'd have snapped on you for mentioning that name. Sorry. Did I do something wrong? Nah. Now that I think about it, that's more of a problem with my usual self. Don't worry about it. This is a jump of maturity. Look at this. How many people has Kazusa talked to today? You know? She's reaching out and chatting with her classmates. This is amazing. Now, if things would have just continued on this trajectory, Kazusa could have wound up, in a healthy way. But then her mom has to interject, and then, of course, the love triangle, which we know where that goes. But right now, it's a maze. It's fine. You don't have to worry about it either. So, long ago, my goal was to stand on a big stage in Paris or Vienna, like my mom. Yeah? With thousands of people there. But no clapping along or yelling. Just listening to me playing the piano with bated breath. Wow. But today's show, nobody was even listening to what I played. Well, maybe so. The way you two looked was a bigger part of it for them than the music. Which is fair. This was more than just performing a piece. This was a group effort to perform something for fun. For the fun of the performers, for the fun of the audience. It's not so much a show of skill and talent. I mean, it is, don't get me wrong. Because this is looking for a more professional, more serious show of talent. But she needs to have fun too. They knew nothing about my arrangements or technique. They probably would have reacted the same way if we'd only been pretending to play, and the whole thing was really a karaoke performance. I was sitting at the back, so to tell you the truth, I couldn't really hear over all the screams. See? That's what I'm talking about. So how can you say it was amazing? But you were feeling good, right? Maybe even more than you would in a competition or a concert. How could you possibly know that? That much I could tell, even from a distance. You were having a blast. Yeah, you're right. I hate to admit it, but I've never had so much fun in my life. Enough that I would end up chatting pointlessly like this with someone I only just met. I'm honored. Which is so true. This is so good for Kazusa's personal growth, and it pains me to actually know what happens next. If I had been reading this before I had read closing chapter, or before I even finished introductory chapter, I'd be like, this is so great. I would be so excited for this. But we know what happens, so it's less exciting. We're like, and here we go, and then we crash and burn very soon. So it's significantly less exciting. It wasn't just me. Ogiso and Kitahara too. It was a massive high for all of us. That's why you all got so into it. Same for the whole audience. I guess so. The audience, they probably don't understand the essence of it. The essence? What the people on the stage really want them to see. The technique, the sound, the message they want to send. And yet, even though the audience can't see any of that, they're super receptive to the energy of the people on stage. They take it in. Chiaki's so knowledgeable, obviously, because she just performed in the school festival, and, she's an actress, so she knows what it's like to be on the stage and to have the audience reacting to what's on stage. I don't really know about that. So, maybe it's that you haven't really understood the audience up to this point. What's up? I see. Of course, that's why my mother... Toma-san? You might be right. If I don't start trying to understand what the audience wants, I'll never get anywhere. Huh. Now I'm the one who doesn't get it. No, it's fine. Forget I said anything. Well, anyway, you were awesome today. That much is an undeniable fact. You think so? Tomorrow, you'll see. Things are about to get a lot more exciting around you. You might start to see a grand battle between the Toma contingent? I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be continent. And the Ogiso contingent? Maybe it is contingent. I don't know. It just sounds odd to me. Just call it Team Toma and Team Ogiso. What are you talking about? When that happens, I wonder which faction the one and only person you both will want to join. Huh? All right. I'll come back in 30 minutes to lock up, so you're free to do what you like until then. Chiaki walks off. Wait, what did you just say? The door slams. What did you mean? What indeed? Chiaki knows exactly what's going on, despite not even being a part of this trio. She has had her eyes on you. She knows what's going on probably better than the two of you do, really. Well, maybe Setsuna has a pretty decent idea as well, but Kazusa, she's kind of clueless at this point. Hopelessly in love. Kazusa walks, eventually reaching the piano. Right. She plays a note. I was amazing today. She plays another note. I was the star today. She begins playing Todokanai Koi. She sings only the first line quietly. It looks like a little smiley face. I don't know why. Why is that there? Oh, I see. They're alluding to the first line. It just looks like it says quietly and then there's a smile. So cute. But Kazusa singing the first line of Todokanai Koi, are you pretending to be lonely? Really, really cute. I just love Kazusa singing in general. That's why I especially like the White Album 2 soundtracks, which have Kazusa singing, because we don't get to hear it that much. She stops playing, breathing shakily. I'm not pretending. I was never pretending. Why would I put on an act that would give someone such an embarrassing impression? Her voice trembles. Hey, will things actually change? Will they change in the direction I want? To the future I want? Will they really? Tell me, Kitara. Oh, and then the song comes on White Album. Whenever songs start playing, I just instantly cry. Okay, so let's go ahead and read through White Album. Seems like the gap between us grows more by the day, but our feelings are always right there beside us. Even if we can't see each other, we'll claim we'll be okay. But it's always mixed with sighs, isn't it? The treasures we've left with the seasons as they pass, like a puzzle missing its most important piece. Just as the white snow softly buries the streets, let's fill up every blank page in this album. Even when I feel like the loneliness might crush me, passing day after anxious day on my own, you'll pat my shoulder, say, it'll be okay, and bring me back around with your smile. Even if we're apart, I'll have those words. So I can't say I'm truly happy. Isn't that strange? The fleeting snow carries my secret thoughts and dyes the album's pure white page, the treasures we have left with the seasons as they pass, like a puzzle missing its most important piece, just as the white snow softly buries the streets. Let's fill up every blank page in this album. And then the full track, Sound of Destiny. Captured by that shapeless thing called love. I know there's a kind of love that can stop your heart. The longing you gave me every time we met. I still believe in it. It will never disappear. Passion that never runs out, never slacks off. Where does it come from? Somewhere it's sleeping. La la. La la. Oh, it's so weird reading it like in poetry format, kind of like it's written out. La la. The stars show my destiny, glittering countlessly. There's just one thing I know. I will never part from you. If I softly close my eyes, I can hear my heart beat, the proof that I'm alive. I'll follow the rhythm that my heart beats out and dance as I go, wherever it may take me. Even when I'm tired of hurting and being hurt, I still fall into love that stops my breathing. And even if a world of darkness is what awaits me in my path, I know I'll be able to keep a sparkle in my eyes. La la. La la. The stars flow along and the wheel of destiny turns, dwelling in our hearts, strong and weak, hot and cold. Put your hand on your chest and feel your heartbeat, the proof that you're alive. Follow the melody that the stars play and we'll sing as we go until the end. These are all such beautifully written songs. They're really, really nice. I do think the English translation's pretty good here too. It's hard to beat the original lyrics, the original intent, because the way, obviously, the words in Japanese are written, they kind of flow together more like a song, more like prose. And in English, you're just trying to say the meaning without necessarily keeping that flow. But it still is nice, and it's nice to know the intention behind all of the songs. So then we have full track Todokanai Koi. Are you pretending to be lonely? I couldn't help but wonder why. The next thing I knew, I was drawn to you more than anyone. How can I make you see my heart reflected in the mirror? Even if my love can't reach you, the day may come when it starts to show. Until that hazy answer appears, this love won't come alive. The day I first called out to you and you turned to me, you were so dazzling that I couldn't look right at you. The fact that this was written about Kazusa by Haruki is just, it's still so cute and so beautiful. How can I trace myself into your heart? Even if my love can't be granted, the day may come when its outlines appear. If you can catch just a glimpse of that hazy answer, I know this love will come alive. How can I make you see my heart reflected in the mirror? Even if my love can't reach you, the day may come when it starts to show. Until that hazy answer appears, this love won't come alive. Oh, this song. And Kazusa has finally started to realize that this song was written about her, right? That's why earlier in the story, she's like, I wasn't pretending to be lonely. Why would I pretend to do that? Why would I want to give you that impression? And then at the end of the paragraph, she says, tell me, Kitahara. So she's realized it at this point. Whether or not she realized it at the time when she was talking to Setsuna is up for debate. But at this point, after the concert, after talking to Chiaki and everything, she does absolutely know. And she kissed him, so she's aware of her own feelings as well. So the hazy answer has appeared. At least to Kazusa. Not really to Haruki. He's still very clueless and dumb. But what else is new, I guess. So, that brings us to the end of this radio CD drama. So, thank you so much for joining me on this WA2 drama CD. And I'll be back with more in the future. So until then, hope you take care. See you.